Imagine stumbling across a simple copper penny in your old coin jar, thinking it's worthless, and then discovering it could be worth $950,000. Yes, nearly $1 million. For a coin most people toss into a tip jar without a second thought, today, we're diving deep into the story of the rare and mysterious 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. A coin that's quietly become one of the most sought-after treasures in American numismatics. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to tell if you've got one, and why this tiny piece of copper could fund your retirement, or that dream house by the beach. Let's begin. Act 1, the SETUP in 1964, the world was changing. The Beatles had just landed in America. The Civil Rights Act had been signed. Gas was 30 cents a gallon, and a candy bar cost a nickel, but behind the scenes at the U.S. Mint, something else was happening. Something subtle. Something that would eventually give rise to one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in circulation today. That year, over 6 billion Lincoln cents were produced. Most were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which, back then, didn't use a mint mark. Others came from Denver, with a small d under the date. So what makes the no-mint mark 1964 penny so special? It's not just that it came from Philadelphia. It's how it was made, what errors it contains, and how few pristine examples still exist today. But hold up, before we dive into all that, let me ask you a serious question. Have you ever checked the change in your junk drawer with a magnifying glass? Because by the time we're done, you might just find yourself running to your kitchen to check. Act 2, the CONFRONTATO, and here's where it gets interesting. Most 1964 no-mint mark pennies are worth a cent, maybe a few dollars in great condition. But a select few have something special. A nearly flawless strike, rich luster, untouched surfaces. Some also exhibit rare errors, die cracks, doubling, off-center strikes. Combine that with a grade above MS 67, that's mint state, almost perfect, and suddenly, the value skyrockets. Collectors will pay top dollar for perfection. And the record price? A staggering $950,000. Yes, that happened. It wasn't a hoax. It was verified, authenticated, and sold through a major auction house. Now, you might be wondering, what makes that coin different from mine? That's exactly the question serious collectors and wealthy investors are asking right now, but here's the kicker. The number of coins in circulation that even could reach this kind of value? Probably less than a handful. Time, wear, and carelessness have destroyed most of them. And that's why yours, sitting quietly in an old shoebox or forgotten wallet, could be the one everyone's searching for. You feel that? That's excitement. That's possibility. That's the sound of an ordinary life brushing up against extraordinary luck. Let's keep going. Quick pop quiz. If you dropped a penny on the street today, would you pick it up? Most people wouldn't. But if it were a 1964 no-mint mark in mint state, that decision could cost you six figures. Just saying. Act 3, the RESOLUTION, and let's talk strategy. Because knowledge without action is just trivia. Here's what you need to do today if you think you might have this penny. First, grab your collection, or your parents', or your grandparents'. Search every 1964 penny you find. Look under strong light. Use a magnifying glass. No mint mark? That's a start. Now check the condition. No scratches. No discoloration. Strong details, especially on Lincoln's hair and the wheat stalks, or if you have the memorial reverse, those fine architectural lines. If you think it might be uncirculated, the next step is grading. Professional coin grading is a must. PCGS or NGC are the top names. Their certificate of authenticity can mean the difference between a curious coin and a six-figure sale, and if you find something truly special, auction houses are ready. Private buyers are calling. Demand is high and rising because here's the truth most people don't know: rare coins are one of the last untapped wealth vehicles in America. Unlike stocks or real estate, they're tangible, private, and appreciating fast. That 1964 no-mint mark penny isn't just a coin. It's a time capsule. A hidden asset. A life changer. But wait, what if I told you there's another penny from the 1960s even rarer than the 1964, and it's hiding in plain sight too? We'll get to that in the next video. For now, go check those pennies. Seriously, pause this video and look. Because every second that passes is a second someone else could be discovering your fortune. If you found this eye-opening, hit subscribe. There's more coming: deep dives into coins worth millions, how to sell them safely, and how to turn old metal into real money. Drop a comment if you've got a 1964 no-mint mark penny, or any rare coin you want us to feature next. And remember, wealth doesn't always come in gold bars. Sometimes, it's hiding in copper. Stay curious. Stay alert. And keep searching, because your $1,000,000 penny might be just one drawer away. Would you like me to break this into a voiceover-friendly format with timestamps or narration cues? Imagine reaching into an old coffee can, tucked away in the back of a kitchen drawer. Your fingers brush against something round. A penny, ordinary, maybe. Or maybe, it's a $950,000 piece of history. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1968 penny with no mint mark has recently been valued on the market at nearly $1,000,000, and the craziest part? It looks just like every other penny in your pocket right now. Before you toss it aside, or worse, spend it, stick with me. Because what we're about to uncover may very well change your financial future. Let me ask you a question. What if your next vacation, that home by the lake you always dreamed of, even your debt-free retirement, was hiding inside an old coin collection? Today, we're diving deep into the rare and mysterious 1968 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, how it became one of the most valuable pennies in existence, and how to know if you're sitting on a life-changing fortune. So don't blink, because in the world of coin collecting, small details create $1,000,000 differences. Let's rewind to 1968. A turbulent year in American history: the Vietnam War, civil rights protests, a nation in flux. In the middle of this chaos, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Lincoln pennies. But here's where it gets strange: most 1968 pennies were minted in Denver or San Francisco, and clearly marked with a little D or S under the year, but a microscopic handful slipped through with no mint mark at all. No D. No S. Nothing. That shouldn't have happened. By 1968, the Philadelphia Mint wasn't supposed to strike any pennies without their mint mark, yet, somehow, a few did, and that tiny error turned ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. So what makes this no mint mark version so rare and valuable? It's simple. It's all about error meets scarcity meets demand. Coin experts call this a transitional error. When the mint changed procedures and something fell through the cracks. Only a few of these no mint mark 1968 pennies are known to exist, and collectors are fighting to get their hands on one. How valuable? One verified specimen recently surfaced at auction. The hammer dropped at $950,000. Yes. For a penny. At that price, suddenly it feels wrong to toss spare change in the tip jar, doesn't it? So how do you know if you've got one? Let's break it down. First, check the date. 1968. No surprises there. Second, look under the date for a mint mark. If there's a tiny D or S, sorry, not the jackpot, but if it's missing, hold on, because this is where things get really interesting. Not all no mint mark 1968 pennies are valuable. Some were legitimately minted in Philadelphia, but the ones that carry sharp, doubled details, strong luster, and perfect centering may be the ones collectors are desperately chasing. So, how do you tell the difference? You'll need expert verification, and later in this video, I'll tell you exactly how to get your coin certified, and even how to get it appraised for free. But first, there's one specific detail on this coin that makes it stand out instantly. Miss this, and you could throw away a six-figure fortune. We'll reveal that in just a minute. Let's bring it home. By now, you're probably thinking, alright, this is exciting. But what do I do with my pennies? Here's the roadmap. Step 1, grab every penny from 1968 you own. Look for that missing mint mark. Step 2, inspect it carefully under a magnifying glass. Look for clean edges, no doubling, and pristine luster. Step 3, get it verified by a trusted authority, like PCGS or NGC. These are the only graders accepted by serious buyers and high-end auctions. Step 4, if it's authentic, you might be holding the key to financial freedom. But here's the catch, the market is heating up fast, and wealthy collectors are starting to realize these rare errors are drying up. That $950,000 sale, it wasn't a fluke. It was a warning shot. Now is the time to act, because in 5 years, that penny might not be worth $1 million, it might be worth 5. Or worse, you could let it sit in a box and never know what you had, which would be the worst episode of Antiques Roadshow ever. Sir, this penny is worth $900,000. Oh, I gave it to my nephew for lunch money. Let that not be your story. So, what's next? Stick around after this video. I've included a checklist in the description below with how to spot a valuable 1968 penny, trusted certification companies, and even where to sell it for top dollar. You don't have to be a coin expert. You just have to look, because wealth doesn't always arrive in flashy packages. Sometimes, it jingles in your pocket. Don't miss this chance. Check your coins, inspect your collection, get them certified, and unlock the hidden wealth in your home, because one penny could change everything. If this video helped you, hit like, share it with someone who might be sitting on a treasure, and subscribe for more insider guides on rare coins that could make you rich. Your $1 million penny might be just one drawer away. Until next time, happy hunting. Would you like a matching voiceover script format, storyboard outline, or a visuals guide for this video next?